Oh my gosh, you guys, it's Friday night and it's just before date night. And I hope that you're willing to stick around and get a little infusion of what true lasting love really looks like and overcoming the fear and failed relationships. We're going to talk about some of those things as you're heading out and kind of prepping yourself to hit the date night tonight. We're going to talk about understanding each other and what being committed looks like. And does it really exist to have a long lasting relationship? Do they really happen? Do they exist? Are they out there? Can it happen? You're going to want to hang out, put your earbuds in, hang out with us for a little bit of time. We're going to be here for about a half an hour, and we're going to fill you in with some awesome information from our happiness and love coach. If you are watching from any other place other than the Aaron Strayer Show platform, there's a link right above you. Go ahead and click right into that and come on over here and say hi to us right over here on the Aaron Strayer Show, which we are all about uplifting and leveraging amazing female entrepreneurs that are out there in the world doing things just a little bit differently. We talk about pain points like dating and hot topics like dating and relationships. We're going to talk about those things that get shoved under the rug. We're going to talk about those things and the other challenges that we face daily. I'm your host. I'm Aaron Strayer, and recovering corporates and entrepreneurs hire me to get them beyond basics of business because most are indecisive. They are held hostage by their own fear and honestly become complacent. So I help them move past that. I can't do that. What's the next step? And I don't know hows that are standing in their way, clearly standing in their way. So bottom line, I provide executive level accountability sessions so that business, your business, gets the attention to detail that it deserves, and you excel and you continue to make money. That's me. This is the Aaron Strayer Show. Again, if you're watching from any other platform other than the Aaron Strayer Show, there's a link right above you. Come on over here and say hi to us. I am going to talk about this lady. So she is the happiness and love coach. Like you want to know more already. I know you do. Oh, it's going to be so good. She helps professional women triumph over pain from the past, building confidence, master modern dating to attract the right partner and live a fulfilling relationship once and for all. Yeah, you want what she's got to say. I know you do. We're giving her a 3-second warning. She's going to come up here and say, hi, this is Xiaoli Mei. How are you, girl?
Hi, I'm good. Finally, I'm here.
Yeah, I know. And I'm so excited that you're here on a Friday night. Like, how brilliant is that we're talking to the happiness and love coach, the chick that's cracked the happiness code and figured out that it can happen on a Friday night.
You know what? It's funny. I always do my Facebook Live on Friday night because I thought, as soon as I give out the tips and all the ladies, they can just go out and practice on my tips, right? All the information. So this is actually my normal. I'm glad that you invited me on Friday night. It's perfect.
Yeah. I love it. And I love that you give tips because a lot of people think that both of us are a whole lot younger than we are. We're just going to point, you know what I mean? Like we talked off screen about that. And I think it's so true that so many people think that both of us are a whole lot younger than we are, but we're really not. And it becomes very difficult, I think, if you're starting to entertain another relationship later in life. Don't you agree? Like, do you agree? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, most of the time, when we're getting older, we always have a fear when we go out dating. It's like, oh, maybe I'm too old, and then maybe the guy's only looking for young girls. I have that belief actually, yeah. So then we're not confident about ourselves, but actually it's not, every age has his own beauty. That's why the confidence I help women is really built. You are amazing, and different men will love with you. It's not because of the look; it's more about our inside. So they love different shapes, different age, different look. So it's not really about the look; it's about the self-confidence. Yeah.
And I think you're true when you say that because I think older men specifically, or once they're past their teenagers, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they love a confident woman. Do you
Oh,
agree?
I agree. Actually, it's funny. And nowadays, the younger guys, they like an older woman. I have a guy, 35 years old, and he came to me, asked, say, can you help me find a woman like over 50 and a 60? I said, oh my God, what is that? Because he said they are more mature. Of course, I only coach women. I will refer him to, other coaches, but it just cracked me out. It's like, oh, really? I didn't know this is, happening right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting that the younger gentlemen are looking for that maturity and that. So I know one of the things that you really tried to figure out was how to find that love. Can we kind of like go back and hit some of your backstory and why this is so like compelling for you and important for you? And like, we don't have to go into the whole story of I mean, because you got a crazy story.
Talk for years, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
let's shorten that. Well, actually, is I never imagined myself to become a happiness in love coach because when I was young, probably just like you before, were ambitious, climbing corporate ladders. So
Mhm.
my dream always travel around the world and holding, the highest position in the company. That's what I, dreaming for. But I think my own life path, life experience led me into this path because a great job didn't give me a full fulfillment. And I divorced twice and had a bunch of failed dating relation experience, dating short relationships, bad experience. So this is how I actually decided to, what? I want to crack the code. It's like why some people can be happily married and why I cannot. Like at the point, I always feel like I wasn't something wrong with me. We all had
Mhm.
that. When things didn't happen the way we wanted, it's like I'm not good enough, things like that. But I didn't give up. I think that's the only thing changed in my life is that I did have a bad experience and a failed relationships, but I didn't give up. So I started really the soul searching journey, and I went to workshops, reading books, get like a bunch of certifications, and I got a hook, into the self development that arena, which is great. That's why over the years I not only found the love of my life, my soulmate, but I also figured out that there's a pattern, and if you follow this formula, the pattern, and it's guaranteed. You can find a love. That's why becoming my passion now. Say, you know what? I'm gonna help other women who still suffering. It took me more than 10 years, can you believe? But if people follow that pattern, the steps, actually usually is about average about 1 year, they were finding the love.
Wow. And I know that I myself, like three of my very, very dear friends, um, currently are found themselves single again. You know, they're
Okay.
mid 40s to early 50s, and it's like a whole new world. And they're like, man, I'm used material. What in the world? I don't have, and where am I going to meet? And I don't, let's talk about Tinder, right? Like all these
Yeah,
online dating that's so scary. You
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
what's your
Dating
thought about that?
dating changes so much. It's not used to be like a when we were teenage, right? It's so different. We call the modern dating. It's everybody is on the apps on the online dating website. Um, well, actually, to me, I have to tell you, I'm a big fan of online dating because I found my love online.
Keep
Yes,
telling me, because the
we
girls might want to hear this. The
we
girls,
met, we met on Match.com.
okay.
But I have to say, I have a two experience about online dating. So that back way years ago, many years ago, I went online by myself, and back then, online dating just started out. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just put my profile, my picture, and then I shut everything down like by 1 month. 'Cause it was so overwhelming. Where did people contact me? I didn't know what to do. And 3 years later, I have two girlfriends found their husband online, and they're all wonderful gentlemen. So then I'm like, it worked. But how did they work, on the online dating? And then they told me they had a dating coach. So I decided to get myself a dating coach because it really saved my time instead of me figuring things out by myself.
Sure.
So she guided me, step by step. And 3 months, I think it's a little bit over 3 months, I met my soulmate. But during all these years, trying to figure out how to make online dating work. And in 3 months, that's why I'm a big fan of online dating. And I know some people have a little doubts and suspicious about online dating. I'm not saying online dating is the only game you have to play to find a love. But however, there's some, really good benefits about online dating is you can really select people before you're spending time to go out, right?
Yeah.
Most.
Oh, let's see where she went. Hang on. We'll bring her back up. She must have had a phone call or something. Hang on. There you are. We got you back.
I'm back. Yeah. So most people, the common mistake people make is that they rush the, onto online dating. They just put a picture and a little bit of profile. It's good to set intention first and then really craft the online profile, because if you want to attract right people, right kind of a people into your dating pool, you got to really craft your profile to be unique, to represent who you really are. And of course, there's another set of communication, how to, because everybody's texting right now. So
Right.
how to from email, texting, and into the real date. And there's some lady, they texting for months, not even, meet their date. How frustrating is that? It's very frustrating.
Very, very frustrating. Yeah.
So
And go ahead.
Sorry. Online dating is working, but it takes some skills. So that's why I'm a big believer about online dating. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that was key, like what you said, to actually have a coach to guide you through that has your best interest in mind, that has the right, like that has the know-how and the etiquette and the proper practices or best practices, whatever you want to call that, to actually have and to be present in that space when you're online dating, because I'm sure there's some best practices and some platforms that are better than others and or more suited to what you're looking for.
Exactly. There's literally over 2,000 websites, dating websites.
Wow.
So like you feel pretty overwhelmed, like which one to choose. So dating coach really will give you the guidance. And most important, I think, it's really take the confusion and the guesswork out of your whole process. Because if you follow the guidance, it's so much easier, what to say, what to talk in every situation. Help you to sorting fast, like sorting those men who are not right for you. You can make it, the decision quickly instead of dragging out for 2 months just on the texting, right?
Right.
Because you try to figure out, is he really interested in me or not? Some guy, they text you a little bit and make you feel like they're interested in you, but they don't contact you for another, several days and coming back. So you feel like you're strained just along the way. It's really draining.
Yeah. It's that's super. Yeah. Our RJ's on here. She said she loves online dating. Amy Simpkins says hello. Yeah, it's I think that there's so many pros to it, and I think that it's just like one bad apple, right, kind of thing, and the bucket makes the whole basket bad. And they're not all bad, and it takes time to figure that out. So you're not a dating coach, but you're a love coach.
I'm a love coach. Yes.
Tell me the difference. Like, okay, first of all, why did you choose to be a love coach?
So I actually started as a dating coach, but then I found out, yes, I started as a dating coach, but I involved myself go deeper because dating is only one piece of finding true love. And I realized that the biggest challenge for women finding love, it's not about going out dating. Everybody can go out dating, right? It's the belief system. It's if they believe they can find a true love, and if they believe, how good they are. Over the years, and I encountered so many amazing ladies. So when they talk about business or their jobs, they feel so confident. But when we switch to the love topic, and they were told me, "Oh, I'm too old." Okay, those are real words. I mean, you see the pattern. They basically say the same thing. I was one of them. I'm just, be honest with you. And then I'm not worth it. I don't deserve it. Okay, and it's too good to be true. I don't believe I can. Or even someone said it's too much work to find true love. So
that's true too, right? like I'm married and I say all of those things still.
Yeah. So with that belief, and actually, every success started with belief. So if you don't believe you're gonna find a true love, you don't believe you deserve for true love, and then if you go on dating, you're gonna attract those people to validate your belief and make you feel like you don't deserve, you're not worthy, you're not loving. That's why, for me, in order to help, my tribe to finding true love, I will always start with how to restore the belief. We all have that belief, I don't know if you notice why young people, boys, girls, they find in love so easily. They can have a boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Because they didn't have the bad experience yet. They had the belief. So that belief is very pure and, firm. So it's easy to manifest, love into their life. But as we, after some few bad experience, we start have a doubting ourselves. That's how the belief takes in and then block us. This is the number one challenge. Yeah.
I would agree 100% with that. And absolutely true.
I can hear you.
Can't hear me? I just took my headset out. I think that, can you still hear me?
Very low. Let me see. Okay.
I think that that's super, super true that we all doubt ourselves.
Your volume is very low.
Let me plug my
I'm sorry.
I was getting some feedback, so I took my headset out. I think that we all doubt ourselves so much, and that that worthiness story goes just left and right through our heads all the time. And I think you're right. When we're young, we've not had those bad experiences. We've not had those issues where it's made ourselves doubt.
Exactly. So see,
Yeah.
yeah. So see, if we have those doubts, if we go online dating, not say online dating. If we go dating, it doesn't work because those beliefs will only attract the beliefs we believed. The reality. Then we will meet the guy who's self-centered, who is treat us like shit, things like that, right? So that's why it's important to build up our beliefs. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's so true. And I mean, I think we can all go back to, that very first person that we were like, all Google-eyed over. And then as we got older and figured out, oh man, I don't have a date for homecoming, and oh man, I don't have a date for prom, and now I'm in college and I don't have a date for the thing for the sorority, and now I'm off on my own, and I don't have now. How do I find people now? Oh, I got to go to the bar, and I got to find people at the bar, and I really don't like finding people at the bar. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that kind of person for a long-time life partner as people that go to bars. So, but nobody talks to each other in the grocery store. But I really would like somebody that would like to buy my groceries.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's like the challenges, right? It's tough. What do you think? What do you think the like the biggest challenge is? Do you think it is the worthiness for single women to find love? Do you think
Yeah.
it's really?
So I call the secret sauce for finding true love. Okay. Online, dating skill, crack the man code, like how to, interact with man. I said it's like the icing on the cake. But for the cake, the bottom is really how we love ourselves. That's called the secret sauce. Love ourselves first. Because here's the thing, no one will expect us more than we love, respect ourselves. And this actually works for not only in dating, in marriage, even at workplace. Okay? No one will respect and love us more than we respect. So the people we encounter in our life, it's a mirror back who we are. It's a mirror back who we are. So that's why it's important. But I know love ourselves is not a new concept. Everybody heard of that. But however, what it really means. So I give you example. This is a question I ask my tribe, ladies. And then they say, yeah, I think I love myself. I look pretty. I eat healthy. I work out. I do meditation, right? I think that's great. That's part of take care of yourself. That's great. But I want to go deep level. So love yourself. What that really means is that are you happy? It's just some people they never happy whenever they achieve, like even they have a achiever to be executive, VP, or no matter what they do, it seems there's something missing in their heart. It's not never happy. That's one indication you're not love yourself. Another is do we really feel like ashamed and guilty or angry about our past? It's like are we make peace with our past? Can we really own our life? Own our mistake? And can we really share our feelings? Like the messy feelings, we can speak up, say, I'm not happy. I feel frustrated to our partners or to the people around us. And I just feel frustrated the way you disrespect me. Can we really do that? Right? Also, think about it. Are you feeling like being criticized and not feeling accepted? Or are you trying to ask other people change your behavior so it can make you feel better? Or do you blame others because things going wrong? Those are, if you answered all yes to those, that means we're not totally accept ourselves. So loving ourselves, going to the deep, level is really make a peace with ourselves. It's all about self-respect and self-esteem. If we get to that level, we will feel we're worthy love. It's who we are. We are worthy love. Everybody deserve love. And if into that state, the attraction, the manifestation gonna be so much easier. You don't have to go out to get love. Love comes to you. Trust me.
You guys, I adore this girl. I just want her to keep talking. Ah, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I think you nail it on the head, and you do it so gracefully and so easily, and really, when we're not finding, we as women, whether we're married like I am, right, or in a lifetime relationship, it's still hard to keep it sizzling. It's still hard because I think that we find or lose that those things again, and we become complacent in our actions, and it's okay to walk around in sweatpants all day and not care about yourself. Therefore, you're not looking appealing to your partner. And you know what I mean, when you were dating, or when you were looking for love. And I think that that's a piece too, in my opinion. I don't know, what do you think, as a happiness and love coach?
So love ourselves, it's the lifetime, mission. It's not like we're only dating, we love ourselves. In relationship, in marriage, that's why sometimes the marriage is falling apart. It's also we lost ourselves. And for women, because we are a natural caretaker. Do you agree? We always, take care of the people around us, our kids, our partners, and we forgot to take care of ourselves. So I always say this, love ourselves, it's not the skill you got to learn for 10 years. It's the permission. You permit yourself to love yourself. You make a peace, right? So whatever the mistake I make, it's okay. I made a mistake. I'm not going to do that again. So don't criticize yourself. We have this, inner critical voice. It's like you're not gonna see how stupid you are. You did that again. Oh my gosh, I will find that, sometimes too, like I blame myself not being perfect. But I caught myself saying, you know what? It's okay. Next time I will do better. So just really make it really easy on ourselves. That's why I always say it's a permission. Just you have to constantly reminding yourself to love yourself.
Xiaoli,
Yeah.
like I know that we're coming up hot on the end of our time. We could clearly keep talking for another 30 minutes,
Wow.
clearly, or
Okay.
more. I know it went super fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
What are you working on right now? What's coming up for you? What do you
So because the love self part is such a big piece, and I actually just developed 7 things you can do today to attract your new love. It's a new guide. It's free download, and if you really follow these 7 things, which is 7 steps, and I guarantee you will find love. Not only love, also true love. That's why I call myself happiness in love, because it's easy to find a love. You just go out on a date, in love. But how to keep happy, once for all, right? For the rest of your life. This is the key. This is the art. That's why, I encourage all the people can download this free guide and really take an action today and how to attract, true love into your life.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Are you willing to put that link to that in the feed when we're done here so that people
Sure.
can just click on it and go download that 7 steps? And what a gift. Thank you for putting
Yeah.
that in there
And
for
I
free.
also, I for this week, actually next week, I have 3 spots available for a one-on-one consultation. If all the ladies willing to talk to me, in person, because in relationship, everybody's challenge is different, situation is different, right? So sometimes maybe my information tips can answer your particular challenges, and welcome to schedule a session, complimentary discovery session with me. Every week I only open like 8 spots because I have to do coaching as well. So for next week, there's only 3 spots available, and I will put the link in the comment section as well.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome. Thank you so much. And I know that you're on the West Coast, so people need to grab those spots if there's a time
Yeah, yeah. I'm
relative to
in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm going out date
very
tonight. Even I've been,
awesome.
yeah, married in relationship. We still do. It's also another way important is how to make a date. Even you are in relationship, you're married. Create the romance, that romantic tension
Love that.
intentionally, right? Yeah,
That's the key too, is to be intentional. And I
yeah.
think that's where the complacency comes in marriages, in relationships that have been established for a while, whether you're like just playing dating or not dating and you become complacent and you don't put that intention on your time together. I think that that's like probably the key, isn't it?
Exactly. So I give you an example. Like yesterday, I was at the Starbucks coffee waiting for my daughter in ballet. That's the place I actually met my husband the first time. When we had it online, right, Match.com, and finally we decided to meet. That was the Starbucks. So on the way he's home, he said, "Where are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm in the Starbucks and waiting for my daughter, ballet." And he knows that, so he showed up and surprised me. He's like, "Hey, can you have a date with me?" It was funny, but I was surprised. So see that little things in life really bring you joy. It's like, oh my God, I feel so good. And then later he got a flower for me. So yeah,
Oh,
that's why when we into relationship, we promise to each other, we will intentionally keep this romantic attention going by making effort. Yeah. It's very juicy. It's nice. Yeah. I love it.
it's beautiful. And you can tell that you are totally in line with that. It relates with everything you say. It bounces off. It shows in your posture and like you're not just making it up, that it's working for you. And I think that that's beautiful. And I think that it's beautiful that you see such awesome results with your clients and your people that choose to bring you in their space. And I think that it would be super cool to have a happiness and love coach.
That's why I have a passion because I know it works. Because my personal experience proved, and also the experience from my clients, I know it works. So that's why I have a passion. So like, let me help you. If you're really looking for love and struggle, let me help you. You will have it
I
for
love
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys, it is Friday night. We have been talking to the happiness and love coach, Xiaoli Mei, and kind of gearing you up to head out to your date tonight. And she's gracious enough to drop a couple links in the feed here. Go ahead and grab her freebie. Set yourself up to succeed. Grab those 7 things to help you succeed happiness in finding true love. And if you are inclined to hop in one of those 3 sessions that she has available next week, I say grab it and go have a conversation with her. I think it would be well worth your time, and I think I would highly encourage you to go snag those spots. So, Sholi, thank you so much for your time this like late afternoon, early evening, like jamming with us here on the Aaron Strayer Show for a hot minute here and talking about fun things and like love and happiness and making your life better. So I really appreciate you and your time. You guys,
Thank you.
we acknowledge you. If you have been on live with us, thank you so much for that. If you're watching the replay, maybe while you're getting ready to go out, or you're coming back looping around, maybe tonight didn't go so well for you and you'll listen to this tomorrow. But we really appreciate you looping around and listening to the replay. Let us know that you're watching the replay as well. We appreciate you. We appreciate all that you do. If you guys want reminders to the Aaron Strayer Show, just type live, LIVE, in the comments below, and we'll make sure you get a heads up to when we're on next. We got special editions coming up, as well as our regular scheduled programming every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We'll see you right back here soon.
Bye.